Hello guys, this is my chapter review for One Piece chapter 811, and let me tell you, we learned a lot of stuff about this, about Zou, about Sanji, about Luffy, about the characters of One Piece, basically, about the world. Some of the things that we learned were amazing, okay? One of the first things we learned is about the the poison gas that Jack used. The name of the poison gas is um, Roko, or no, it's Koro, and then the backwards is that Roko. The title of the the poison gas is Koro, and when freaking Caesar commented on the gas, and he's like, "Wow, this is more effective than I thought." That means it wasn't actually tested by the gas wasn't actually tested by um Caesar clan. It's either that or it's actually a lot more effective against the animals than it is against humans, because sometimes the some poisons can affect animals more than it can affect humans, because we have some immunities to other poisons than, but animals sometimes do not have those antibodies. So that's awesome to learn. And then some of the other things that we learned is freaking the way that Caesar dispelled or you took out all the gas and saved everyone's lives, basically was using the word Roko, which is the backwards, which is saying Koro backwards, Roko, which is so stupid. It's like, really, really, Caesar, really, whatever. And then what we also see that what happened in this country the last month, that happened in this country went so bad that they have begun to use suicidal plans. They've begun to use to basically suicide bomb. This is very relevant to today's age. Also, there's a blue spot right here. Oh well, this is very relevant to this age, especially what's going on in the Middle East. The things that's happening there is basically what just happened, or is what's happening what was happening in Zou. It was the last act of desperation. Usually, suicide bombing is the last act of desperation for what they believe and what they think is right. And although sometimes the cause for that in the Middle East is unjustifiable, it's not without reason, and or sometimes the reason is bad. And this one, the reason is good. It's because they don't want this crap anymore. The things that they did and the things that Jack was trying to find was never there. Jack they kept saying, Jack, it's whoever you're trying to find, whatever you're trying to find, it's not here. We're even letting you search around, and he still beat the crap out of them. He still tortured their kings. So, and because of the poison gas, Nekomamushi and Ino Arashi were weakened. Let me get a drink here. Anyways, what else did we learn? We also learned that some of the animals, such as Wanda and Tristan, are able to go back and forth between day and night. We've never heard about this before. We never saw this before, because every time we saw them, they were either in the morning or at night. Mostly morning. We mostly saw them in the mornings. Nowhere they were never anywhere else. Either they were mostly both with Duke Ino Arashi in the mornings, and we never saw them at night. So there are some animals that are able to go between any. They can go at any time they want in both kingdoms, but they're called King's Bird, I think, or Ruler's Bird, which I have no idea what Ruler's Birds are. Maybe it has an actual meaning online. Ruler's Bird. Nope, nothing really. The only thing I see is something Chinese. Anyways, yeah. But rulers' birds, I think, is what they call them. They're able to freely go past any time they want, either night or morning. So that's awesome to hear. That means some of the fighters that were fighting were able to keep fighting over and over and over and over again without having to stop, because they didn't have to rest. They didn't have to do any of that. So they could just do what they want. So I don't know how many rulers' birds there are. Maybe less than 20, I guess, because if there were a lot, that means it wouldn't be really that special. So I'm guessing less than 100, at least less than 100. But yeah, Anyways, and the biggest thing we learned in this chapter. Oh, we also learned that Chopper was able to cure all of the minks. Maybe all, but it's always been a problem with it's always been a problem with One Piece where Oda hates killing off any character or killing off anyone, anything at all. He Because there's always a possibility of them coming back or whatever. But yeah, he hates killing off characters, even if they're not relevant or anything like that. Even if they're not main characters, he still hates killing them off. That we saw that in freaking or that Punk Hazard where the Marines basically had to go back, save their men. We thought they were all dead, but apparently they weren't. So yeah. Anyways, from the yet again the slime. Uh, so he was able to save them because there was a time window between them fully being able to be cured and dying. I think it was 48 hours, basically 2 days until they fully the gas is irreversible in their bodies and they wouldn't be able to be cured anymore and they would basically just die. And then the gas wasn't really used. I guess they got there as soon as the gas was used, so they had what, a day, and then that means they have 24 hours left. So he was able to do that with the help of some of the other minks, such as the ram horn thingy, ram person, whatever. Is it ram or goat? I'm pretty sure it's ram. Oh well. Anyways, and then the one big thing that we learned in this chapter is that Big Mom, the fat bitch, was here again. She came back. Yep, she came back full swing. I don't know why she came back. Probably because of Caesar. Oh my god, why is it always Caesar, man? Oh, I would have drowned him already. Seriously, I would have just thrown him off the freaking water. Just saying, I would have just just put him in the water. Just screw it. Just put him in the water. God dang, he poses such a lot of problem. But basically, what Sanji did was he had there's two possibilities on what Sanji did because basically Peckham's like, yes, mom, yes, Big Mom, we can take care. The two of us can take care of this. That means Peckham's and what's her name? What's his name? The other dude. And I forgot. It starts with an L or R, whatever. Anyways, yeah, Peckham's and his friend because Peckham's, even though this place doesn't have a log post, it counts as a phantom island, just like Thriller Bark was counted as a phantom island. And what else counts as a phantom island? Skypiea doesn't count as a phantom island because that log post still works on their. Uh, there's nothing really I can think of right now other than Thriller Bark that doesn't count as a log post. No. I suppose in that One Piece episode that weird arc with the ice where they go inside the ice continent or whatever, and that guy with who can heat up his body to high temperatures. I guess that counts as a phantom island, maybe. I'm not sure. Probably not. Anyways, so yeah, Peckham's and Peckham's is there, and he's basically saying that he's gonna take back Caesar because Caesar owes Big Mom a lot of money. A lot of money. He basically swindled her, taking all her candy money. So yeah, and Big Mom and Candy, you don't want to get in that way. That's a two-way street, my friend. She gets her candy, and she doesn't kill anyone. Win-win for everyone, I guess, because they were being screwed over in what do you call this, in Fishman Island. They were really getting screwed over, anyways. So yeah, it's either the possibilities are Sanji either grabbed a boat, which I don't know what boat they were gonna be able to use, but probably one of the ships that I'm not sure. Now I know what ship they used. They either used Jack's ship to outmaneuver because Sunny Go is still there. So we learned that when the main crew came back and or went to Zoe because they're like, oh hey, it's the Sunny Go, that means they're actually here. So yeah, he used one of Jack's ship that they left over because they don't need it anymore. He used that and escaped. And what probably happened was maybe Big Mom Peckham saw that and he's like, oh my god, it's one of Kaido's ship. We shouldn't really attack right now because it's Kaido's ship, and thus they just left. It's either And then the second, another option to that would be them noticing him, noticing Sanji and Caesar Clown, and saw, oh, there they are, we should go get him. And then they left and distracted Peckhams to make sure that Zoe was okay and make sure that they wouldn't be attacked by Big Mom as well, or Big Mom's crew, because Big Mom wasn't actually on there. You, in the previous chapters, we always thought that she was on there, but I was like, or a lot of people thought she was on there, and I knew she wasn't on there because, you know, she wouldn't waste her time with that crap. There's no point in wasting her time with that crap because, she's lazy. She didn't even waste her time with Luffy. She said that she's gonna go to war with him, but she never really did. Anyways, but yeah, she wasn't actually on the ship. You can tell because he was on the phone with her and asking her permission to just, or basically informing her all that stuff. But another option to that would be Sanji and Caesar intentionally got captured and or stowed away in the ship and hid in the ship somehow because it's a big ship. Although the ship is alive, so they probably couldn't be in there anyways. But yeah, they might have gotten captured, which is already a big no because apparently I guess Oda already said that Sanji wouldn't get captured. So and then when what Nami said is that even when he left, he probably won't be able to come back. So what's gonna happen is Luffy and them are the ones that's gonna have to find Sanji, and what Sanji's gonna do is after he's avoided and stopped the pursuit of Big Mom, he's gonna go deal with the stuff for his bounty. Like, why is he only wanted alive? Or he probably knows the reason why, but he's because next year's Oda said it's gonna be the year of Sanji, so we're gonna learn a lot about Sanji next year. And basically, what's gonna happen is Sanji's gonna deal with that stuff. The main Straw Hat crew is gonna go over to Sanji and learn about that stuff too, and we'll see their reactions on what's happening and why is he only wanted alive, what his backstory is. Because right now, he has one of the most intriguing stories in the whole One Piece chapter. It goes up there top 5 at least with Void Century, with One Piece, with the Will of D, with Roger and all his and the history and of all that stuff. So it's gonna be really exciting. Ooh, can't wait to find out why any of this matters. And I think there's not gonna be any One Piece chapters the next few weeks. So I'm gonna be doing a discussion videos on some of the stuff that we've learned, maybe on the Will of D, the hierarchy of the One Piece crew, who's the strongest and who's the weakest, and who has hockey that they can use. We know Usopp definitely has observation hockey, but in the past few arcs we've seen Sanji also be able to use hints of being able to use observation hockey because in Punk Hazard in here as well, Sanji was able to hear Nami even though no one it looked like no one else was. He was able it seemed like he was able to hear her screaming, and in Punk Hazard he was able excuse me he was able to hear um he was able to hear the cry of the woman, Tashigi. There we go. The cry of Tashigi, the tears of Tashigi. He was able to hear that, because of Virgo, and he immediately went there. So yeah, so this chapter we learned a lot of stuff actually. Even though it seemed like a simple chapter, even though it was a little short, it felt a little short and it felt really fast. It was good. And what I like about what's going on right now is not only are we getting backstories, but we are getting corrections to the backstories. Like there was a video game. I forgot what that game was. I hate titles. But in that video game, it was a Western style or an old Western video game. It was an old Western shooter. Basically, what happened was his story was exaggerated so much that when they told the story, he would always correct it and show another cutscene of the correction and the differences between between the exaggeration of the story and the real story. So it's gonna be real. I really like that style because that means we get more than one possibility. What we think is right might not actually always be right because of like Sanji said that I'll be back in a few days, but what the true thing is, what happened was he didn't actually leave of his own accord. He left because of Big Mom. Sure, it was on his own accord, but he would have never left otherwise because of Big Mom. So yeah, I really like this. making it from far more interesting story. I love when writers and authors change up the story a lot. Change up their style of story like this. They change their narration of the story, because story and narration is completely different. Story is the story, while narration is oh, not narration. What the hell am I talking about? God, I forgot what that word is. God, why is it always when I do like videos, I always forget words, but when I don't do videos, I never forget words. But yeah, story is the story, and then there's the other word. Um, God, I forgot, but yeah, I like how he changes his style on how he converses or how he shows the story a lot through backstories and through back stories, and through real stories. Because in or in Dressrosa, he showed a back story. He showed the past, midway, and then the present, so through Trafalgar Law. So that was really exciting. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry, like I'm always jumbled up with these words and like forgetting all this crap, but I'll try to remember them. I'll try. It's not a promise. I'll try. But thank you guys for watching. See you guys again next time. I'm gonna be doing a lot of discussion videos about One Piece. So thank you.